Okay guys, let us continue with yesterday's discussion. We had a glance about the definition of biomechanics, its branches, kinetics and kinematics. Yesterday we dealt with kinematics. Fine. Today we will deal with kinetics. Lovepreet, what is kinetics?
Display. Position with respect to displacement.
That was kinematics. Yesterday we discussed about kinematics, that is where the motion is taking place, how the movement is taking place. What is the type of motion which is happening, what is the place of motion, rate at which the motion is happening, magnitude of motion. We discussed about it. Now today kinetics deal with the forces which are responsible for the motion. Fine. Yesterday we dealt with kinematics. It was dealing with the type of motion. The motion it was further been divided into, the kinematics was divided into, if I can say, osteokinematics and arthrokinematics. The motion of the bone and the motion in the joint surface. The motion of the bone and the motion of the joint surface. What is osteokinematics? The motion in the bone. That is the bony. And this is for the it follows a certain kind of rule. Just revising you. Do you remember which rule I am about to? Or should I write? If a concave surface is moving on a stable, if a concave surface is moving on a stable convex surface, that is, a movement of the surface is concave, the moving body is concave, that is, the body segment or the bone is concave, then what will happen is, yes please, the gliding and sliding will occur in the same direction. Now before we come into gliding and sliding, there are three motions which are happening in the joints. One is called rolling. Can you see this surface A is losing its point of contact during rolling? That means every time the contact surface, the point of contact is changing with the rolling. So that means this point is not having a contact unless and until this will reach back and will again come to this surface. Fine, it will take time. It will take time to reach back. This point A will take time to reach to its own place. Every time the point of contact is changing. Now what happened in the second moment which is happening in between the joint surfaces, a glide movement. You can say slide movement also. Now in this, what is happening is The point of contact is the same. It is gliding to this contact surface. Can you see the difference between the two? A rolling is the point will keep on changing. The point of contact will keep on changing. But herein, in glide and slide, the point remains the same. The body which is in contact will only move. The same points will move forward. Now what will happen in the third? There is a third movement also. Spinning movement. That means the body will not move from its own place. It will be spinning at its place. Three movements, all the three are different. These are the three movements which are happening in between the joint surface. Now, when we see these three movements, it is very difficult to understand these three movements because we cannot see them. Whereas in osteo movements or bony movements can be visually, we can say we have seen these movements. But the problem over here is the joint movements cannot be seen. So for that, we have to find out, for ease of understanding, what are the mechanics which is going inside and what is the mechanics which is going outside. There is a relation which we have seen in biomechanics. One of the biomechanics principle is, which is said to be concavo-convex and convexo-concave. That means when a concave surface is moving on a stable convex surface, the movement that is rolling and gliding will happen in the same direction of the bone. In a simple way, and now in a polished way, if a concave surface is moving on a convex stable surface, the osteokinematics is same as the arthrokinematics, which you read in your books. You read this definition in the books. This is as simple as it can be. The bony movement will be same as with the joint movement or within the joint surface. Now what will happen when a convex surface is moving on a concave stable surface? Opposite rolling will takes place on the same side, whereas gliding will takes place in the opposite side. Or in the other words, the osteokinematics is opposite to that of arthrokinematics. Shoulder movement, we have seen this so many times. Okay, this movement is taking place where this is the glenoid labrum, this is the head. So where the movement is taking place, that is the convex surface is moving on a stable concave surface. So what is happening over here? As soon as I do abduction, there will be little bit of rolling and gliding, because this surface, this glenoid labrum is not so shallow. It is not so deep. It is basically a shallow flat surface. So this movement will make, if it start rolling up along with this, the head will move out. So it need to glide opposite side so that it remains in contact with the surface of the glenoid labrum. So that is why the movement is opposite to that of the bone. Osteokinematics is opposite. Arthrokinematics is opposite to that of osteokinematics. Fine. This was what we discussed yesterday. Now today we want to discuss something related to kinetics. Now let us see what are the forces which are acting. What are the forces which are acting? We say that we study. Kinetics is the study of the forces which are responsible to keep the body at rest or keep the body at motion, and how we deal with it. Now let us see what kind of forces it is. What is a force? What is a force? Huh? Yeah. What is a force? What is a force? Push or pull is a force. Simple way. Force is a push or a pull. Simple force. Let us first see what are the forces which are acting. Let us come to the basic thing so that when we study in detail, we come to know what we are resolving. Fine. So what are the forces? Force is a push or pull. Now you know the force is having what? There is a point of application of force. There is a direction of force, point which tells you the magnitude, the direction, as well as the point of application. It tells you the magnitude, the line tells you the magnitude, as well as the arrow tells you the direction. Now tell me one by one what kind of a forces act on a body. External force, okay. I'll take this. There are external forces which are acting on the body. The body is this, okay? External force which can act on the body is gravitational force. Other force, please. If there is an external force, will there be any internal force? Will there be any internal force? ये किसकी होगी? This can be a force of muscle. This can be force of joints, force of ligaments. They all are internal forces which are acting. Other than this, और कौन सी forces हैं which are acting? There are internal forces. There are external force. Tell me. Frictional force, yes, I'll take. There is a frictional force which is acting. As soon as the body moves forward, there is a frictional force which acts, which opposes the motion. Yes, there is a frictional force. There is a hydrostatic force. What is hydrostatic force? What is hydrostatic? Related to water, yes. Buoyancy, you have heard about it. The force, hydrostatic pressure, yes. Other than this, what are the forces we will be dealing with? Yes. Action reaction force. When we walk, it is because of this action reaction. Why? As soon as I heel strike, what will happen? And my weight is passing through the heel, which is in contact with the ground, to the ground itself. So that is, the weight is pushing down and the ground reaction force is coming up, which is giving me a push so that I can walk. Fine? Or simple. बैलून उड़ाया हवा में, एक्शन क्या है इसका? जैसे हवा चली जाएगी तो रिएक्शन क्या है इसका? It will rise up. This is action reaction force which is happening. Other than this, what other forces are acting? These are all related to the structures which we will be studying, we will be doing. So that is why. Other forces which we are acting, which is acting on the body, please tell me. Shear force, we have done. Contact forces. Contact forces. Contact forces here means a point of contact acting at one point, only at one point, or distributive force. Or distributive forces which are acting on the body. Contact forces, distributive forces. Are you with me on this? You want to add other forces also? Linear forces and linear forces, the forces, how the force is acting. Now what we are trying to say is these all are linear forces which are acting. This is all the part. These all are part of linear system itself. Fine. So as such, yes,
Action forces as contact forces.
yes, you can say that, but I cannot say this action reaction force as point and distribution forces. Can I say that? Are there point and distribution forces also? No, I cannot describe it. That's why I gave another term, contact forces. It was very easy to add frictional force in this only, contact forces. But I tried to say this is a point force and this is a distributed force. Distributed means when there are 2 or 3 forces acting on a body at a parallel point. At a parallel point in the same direction. We'll be discussing about it. Okay. Then you have heard about cohesive forces. What are cohesive forces? They are all linked with the body. What are cohesive forces? Molecules or particles. Actually, particles in a body are held, on a rigid body, are held together with these cohesive forces. Are you with me on this? If these are, they are, the particles are held together with these forces itself. Do you want to add any other force? Hanji? Adhesive forces. Now what is adhesive forces? This is basically cohesion and adhesion. Cohesion is with the same particle. The size of the particle is the same. Whereas this is with a different size of particles. When they come together. When they come together. Any other force you want to add? Yes? Tensile force. Okay, I'll take that. The forces which is responsible for giving us a elasticity, property of elasticity. Yes? Anything else?
Rotation force or
They are, yes, you can say that, but that will be a simple force which is producing the rotatory movement. There is no rotational force. There is a, what you can say, torque. Right? Any other force you want to add? So you can see for yourself, हमने कहा एक force, and you can see for yourself कि I have already more than 10 forces के बारे में हमने discuss कर लिया. We have not gone in detail, but you know everything about it. Are these forces acting on our body? You all agree to me? सारी forces act कर रही हैं. कोई cellular level पे act कर रही है, कोई tendons के level पे act कर रही है, कोई muscular level पे act कर रही है, लेकिन these all forces are acting on our body. Now, when these kind of forces, if we say, एक force act कर रही है हमेशा body पे? नहीं. When we see a body moving, there are multiple forces are acting on the body. For that sake, it is called a system of forces. We say it as system of forces. What is system of forces? When 2 or more forces are acting on a body segment. We say it as a system of forces are acting. Fine? We say it as system of forces are acting. Fine? When we say it as system of forces, all these forces now as a system. As a system means how you will see them, how you will find a resultant thing. Like we say it as simple coplanar forces. What does this mean? When the forces, all the forces which we have discussed today, they are acting at a same plane. We say it as coplanar forces. एक प्लेन में एक्ट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? अगर ये फोर्स है, अगर ये प्लेन है, हम देख रहे हैं एक्सिस के अंदर इसको, ठीक है? So if you take it as x, y and z axis, so the forces which are acting is more than two forces are acting in same plane. F1, F2, F3, you can name them. They are acting in one plane between x and y plane. Fine? Then they can be a collinear force system. What is collinear force system? Very good. You got it. Now, if this is y-axis and x-axis, if I say the force was acting like this, force 1, force 2, force 3, they are acting and they are in the same direction, or they can be in the different direction, but they are collinear. एक ही लाइन में है, are they in the same line? The direction may be different. So what we used to do to find the resultant force? There was something called sign convention. कुछ था इसमें? Because we will be doing this, so you need to revise this. याद करो, you have all done this. It is not new to you. What was the sign convention like? Do you agree with the sign convention? So how we will find this? It may be 10 plus 10 plus 10. It may be 10 plus 10 minus 10. The resultant here is 10. There it is 30. Do you agree to that? X-axis, positive x, positive y, positive z, negative z. Depending on which plane the forces are acting, you have to put the sign convention and then make a resultant. Is this fine? Now, if this is in a positive one, हमने यहाँ बात इसकी की. If this was here, then आप क्या करते? ये forces का you apply the signs and then calculate. So we follow the sign convention. Now it is clear how we will do that. So we have seen that there is a coplanar force system and there is a collinear force system also. There is other do you know other planars or other than coplanar and collinear? Hanji? Contraplanar. कहाँ से पढ़ के आया आशीष?
ये लगा होता है कि वो
होता है तो तुक्का मार लो, है ना? नहीं.
ये तो अलग ट्रेन लगने
Then there is concurrent force system. Concurrent force system is when two or more forces are acting at a, whether on a same plane or not, but they have a same point of application. They have a same point of application. That means force 1, force 2, force 3 and the resultant. They are acting at one point. That is called as concurrent force system. When three forces are acting at one point. Co-linear के अंदर one point नहीं था. They were in the same direction. Co-planar means there may be a different forces, but they are in the same plane. But now I have told concurrent, they are acting at the same point or diverging from a same point. They have one point of contact. All the three forces are joined at one point. Fine. And then there is a force. In such a condition, how do we find the resultant? यहाँ तो मैंने ऐसे ही बता दिया. How do we find the resultant? How do we find the resultant in such conditions? Yes?
Using the magnitude and direction of the forces.
Magnitude and direction or resolution of forces. We will resolve. We will not resolve. We have seen this, no? If this is the force which is acting, I will resolve it into two parts. The components like this. Are you with me in this? If this is the force which is acting, we will resolve the force into two components. Are you with me? So F can be something like this. Sin theta, cos theta. Correct me if I am wrong. Or what we try to do is we find this through a law of parallelogram. If two forces are acting, this was for the single force. If two forces are acting, I take it as P and Q. Two forces are acting. So what you try to do? The resultant is always, if two forces are acting at an angle which forms the two sides of a parallelogram, then the resultant of the or the diagonal of the parallelogram will be the resultant of the two forces. This is law of parallelogram of forces. Fine. Or I can say that where this theta is, if this is alpha, the whole thing will be theta. Law of parallelogram. We have studied this. Take this as a revision class. Try to go through open up your books and read through it. Then you will try to understand it in more depth. Because you have the basic knowledge. I am just brushing up your knowledge over here. Okay? and it will be easy. Otherwise, opening up the book and you will find, oh, I have to do it again, and then you will find it difficult. Am I right, Harjinder? Kar lenga? It will be easy for us to do now. Okay. This is concurrent force system. We have seen coplanar force system, collinear force system. Now this is concurrent force system. This concurrent force system can be coplanar. Can it be coplanar? Can it be at the same plane? Yes, it can be on the same plane, or it can be a non-coplanar. If it is acting like this, these forces are acting in three planes, Fy or F force 2, F force 1, F force 3. They are acting in different planes. This can also happen, but they are acting at the same point. They can be acting at the same point. तीन forces act कर सकते हैं, but they cannot, if they are not in the same plane. This is also possible. Coplanar, if they are acting in the same plane. Non-coplanar, if they are not acting in the same plane. If I can say non-concurrent but coplanar. They are not acting at non-concurrent matlab they are not acting at one point but in same plane. They are not acting together at one point, but they are in the same plane. The fourth one, क्या combination रह गया? Both non-coplanar and non-concurrent. The fourth type. The fourth type. What will happen in the fourth type? What will happen in the fourth type? They are neither in same plane and not in same point. So force number 1 acting, force number 2 acting, force number 3 acting. Now you understand the different terms. How do we write it? What is non-concurrent, non-collinear, non-co या coplanar, collinear? This is the combination of telling you where the force is acting and how the force is acting, whether in the right plane or not. Fine? There is another force which is acting. Parallel force system. Parallel force system. What is parallel force system? What is parallel? Yes. The forces which are acting parallel to the surface, it can be a like forces or unlike forces. It can be like forces or unlike forces. Like means if this is the surface, the forces are acting like this. Force 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they parallel to? They are parallel to each other. Unlike forces, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Unlike parallel force system. Now let us absorb what we have studied today. Kinetics deals with the forces acting on the study of forces acting on the body when the body is at rest or is at motion. Human body is at rest or is at motion. Fine. We discussed about various kind of forces which are acting on the body. We tried to enumerate around about 12 to 13 of them. Did we try to do that? Yes. Fine. We never, it was no fun to go in detail about it because we knew everything about it. But we just need to recall whether they were, which one were acting. So the next was when group of forces are acting, this becomes a part of a system of forces. Fine. We only remembered one part, parallelogram, law of parallelogram. But we never remembered there were other parts to it too. Fine. So what did we learn in the force systems? System of forces, there is a collinear, coplanar, concurrent and parallel force systems. Now guys, there is a small homework for you too. You will be revising till the part I have done. Fine. Homework is by tomorrow you will tell me what is the importance of studying biomechanics. Tell me the importance of studying the biomechanics. What is the significance of studying the biomechanics? From 28 or 30 of you, I want 30 points. Think out of the box. You know how this book is. How do we study the subject? Give me small answers. 30 of them should have a new answer. You will not repeat. Fine. Why do we study biomechanics? Okay? We'll try to continue with other forces which are acting. Okay? Tomorrow.